Chapter 19. Separating to head from the terrace. When Inikin woke up very at 5 in the morning, he performed Jin. They sang, meditate, and prayed to differ stated about the definitions and kitas. They effectively separated and went about their way to Jin. Fastened for a week, from Amston to Amston, they came to for it sustained already to before in their fest. On the last day, Obi was enlightened as they all differed to differ. Obi said for smiling, as he spoke in a leg. The Virgin looked at Obi, and started praising Sebaf and upset for looking at him. What is this? Mosey appeared before him. Obi, all is well, for you all have found favor in Sebaf says, a mighty warrior of Sebaf. But you all must leave her right away and travel toward Rock Canyon, north of Idle Point, for it is the last place you will find water suitable to drink. Before you reach your destination. It is only half a day's journey, so you must leave it firstly. Mosey disappeared as Jonathan looked at Ob, yell. Do your ask know how to smell motherfucker? How about a smirk? Ever since Subometio, you have it a served lock that scares a motherfucker. Damn. You also look like Estelle, even when you're happy. I'll be tried to smelled, how about this? Jonathan shook his head. Now you really look like a cold-blooded color. Well, war contact. I'll be tried to smell again, saddened, thanks. He never had a reason to smell, went a lately. Packing up the following day, they slowly moved across rough terrain, heading toward Rock Canyon. When Inigo and Daniel riding in horseback, laced the report of the Furlan into the desert. Followed by Jonathan and Jane horseback to differ with Alice and Elijah. Bantam wore Grace, Mercy, and Jim Sidbassid with Albie in the rear, forming a demon set as they slowly traveled along the path that Jonathan and Alyssa had mapped out for them. A little past noon, they were just a few miles away. When Enoch lost it, Grace traveled ahead of us and checked the lake's perimeter. She returned moments later and reported. There are about 30 to 40 men around the lake as if during it. It did not surprise when Enoch the sense of his was the last water surf for most that someone will product it. We shall go ahead, but careful and be on the lookout. Grace, you and Marty cut the seed off the mountain for snipers. When Enoch pointed to Jonathan. Jonathan, once we get close enough, you need you to stay invisible until the coast is clear. Marty transformed into an eagle in full buff and circled to sit while Jason passed Terry, looking for any signs of danger. They returned, Mercy reported. There are 4 more men on each corner of the lake. Taking off her tablet, she pointed to their locations. Her, and her. Then she reported, there are also slaves in Fisk Caves, and 10 more men on Fiskridge. Elijah, listening carefully, said to Winnie Nicola, they have come in feathers as well and have just heard them say they have spotted an people heading their way, so this is no. Hold on, said Elijah. They just reported that Abin Abbasid is headed to this location as well. I'll update when in Ikville, whatever it is, it's pretty damn important. Fabian has ranks like anything else. They are sectioned off from and covered the northern section of the plant, which is nothing more than it, no humans. And cover the central section, where we will live, and the end covered. Southernmost part of the plant again, nothing but is, no humans, just Ebonians. The lower the number, the higher the power, this is the central section of the plant. Canned, Charlie and Delta Ebonian sections, since. When Enoch had a confused look on his face, but Ab broke it down for him, put it like this, Ebonian, or Brailsubdist, first of all, doesn't govern this section of the plant, but the northern section, like he said or left. And on top of that, the lower the number, the higher the record authority. Ebonian fed are labeled from an fruit 20 are her seen. Then serial tables. Oral ta undistismal dasigly. When Enoch heard Ob, but this meant wasn't a camp, Ob, you can explain later, but in train to figure out we no one is coming towards us, when fake who are her. Obi said, what he was trained to tell you is Apollo beer is not supposed to be necessary. If Ebony Bessid is her, his up to no go. His survival is more important than ours. When Enoch stopped, raising his eyebrows, sorry. About fate. You're always looking for instant fate. Elijah sought, would have about 50 minutes until he gets here. When in it to pass for a minute, we'll well wait. Hey, I'll build up fair horses and wait for Fabian to arrive. Hey is here, said Elijah. When Enoch mounted his horse and said, well, let's do Methampton. Yell appeared before when Enoch got into the middle of your path. No one can see, but you. You must get a container filled with water and dip the sand or part of content out of the sand into the water. Remember, plain weapons cannot kill Thebans, but the power of Sabbath can. Whip your weapons with that water from which the sand is dipped, because this is the only way you can defeat them. Before he could say a word, he had disappeared. They finally came upon the camp of men. The men surrounded him, and when he made the shot, bring all your men out of the caves, and visit the mountains and see it with it. Have no quarrel with you, for you are men of Sabbath, created by Sabbath, but have you been tricked by the Sabinian demons? Bring him out so we may kill him. All the men laughed. Heather was all over the common citrus as men rushed out on by on, to see this crazy man with a lot with. Tabian came out, as 7 winches men bought like a bottom weighing 350 pounds of pornoscles with a deep crispy voice. You must have lost your domain, you pitiful killing trash. We finish with you, well the men did. But he will not give it to you. When Enoch Bisman whispered among themselves, for it was the first time they saw an Ebonian in his true form, but when Enoch smelled, he will kill you as soon as he take a drink of water. You don't mind, do you? Because he just traveled for the desert and need something to drink first. Ebonian said distilled out a lot later, sure. It don't want any insane, yen fellow called it and Fersiketi. When Enoch bubrebet his Thomas, walked till. The light, dipped it, and filled it full of water. He took sand from around his neck, and placed a drop of its content into his thermos, and walked back to his horse as he placed the chain back round his neck. Grabbing a rag, he cleaned all his weapons and gathered the thermos to the rest of his warriors, and fed it his son. Walking toward Hebenian, when Enoch said, now, if you're refreshed and ready to kill you, but first, let's set some ground rules. Hebenian critter became angry. You stupid human, may pagans run sin. When Enoch returned to the crowd and sought out, you people, full of his best as if he said it. But it is true of opposite, for it is elementary to transform Sabbath's people to live in a life of disorder and sin. Don't be mistaken for if you are a human being, you are Sabbath's people. Well, they divided us wouldn't. Man alleged, but he continued, he will show you what the power that Sabbath has blessed us with, pointing to Jim, he will show you what this. Frederick really looks like. Jim stood for a moment until the people did quit. Then Jim slowly transformed into a giant beast with 8 arms and 3 legs, no mouth, and a thick rash all over his body. The people became silent with fear and confusion. Ebonian sadist shocked at the name is Sabbath, and what Jim was able to do, both of his composer in front of the people. When Enoch shouted, this is what this creature looks like. Ob, who has he to receive his gift, was surprised. How in the hell did Jim do that? Jonathan, still invisible, whispered, yeah, still kind of slow, he'll. Just let him invisible. Sabbath. Taban creature rush when Enoch got a finger, and when Enoch took off his skin, head in the creature in his Samson legs. The best let out a audio. What is this that he had with the power to hurt me? Yazil a human. When Enoch befalls us to his foreman, and the creature yells again in pain. Smoke rose from his wounds, and fake out smallest stick from his injuries. When the moment was right, he pushed the button in his can, and his son reappeared. The creature's tentacles reached for when Enoch knew, but when Enoch could if the beast released in her scream, in all the men saw its true identity. When Enoch within such, you the creature was met with blood forth from the rest of when Enoch this. Warriors. 8 fellows to his death. Third laying in the floor, was a giant torso with tentacles as arms and legs, and its head was scattered everywhere, having a great stench coming from its limbs. The body smoked, then within seconds, the injured carcass burned, quickly turned into blackish, and blew away into wind. The people bowed down to when Enoch do, for were just a servant of Sabbath. I told you before, Sabbath is son ye shall serve, never bow down to anything in earth, but say above. You may go as you please, for you're free now, but the people of Asadul was faithful for you. Ow. 85 men and including 16 prostitutes, plus one Inikibu and his warriors, made 111. I'll be whispered to when Inikibu, how are we going to feed all these people? And we definitely can't walk through the desert with all of them. When Inikibu stood for a minute and asked the people, what is it you want from me? Many stood up, we will follow you wherever you go. When Inikibu gathered his men to be and asked, what must he do? Jem said, fair to many people, how can we trust them all? Can we? I'm not used to being with such a crowd. Jonathan agreed, it was supposed to have been just Jimmy and myself. Now look at us. Damn near I thought about him. With all these motherfuckers. We will be an agent. When Inikibu agreed, you will speak to them individually and see where their hurdle is, but what first? Daniel said quickly, kill him. Bolin was surprised and looked at Daniel, however, Obi agreed with. Daniel. Danielson said, what, are you going to keep feeding the same people repeatedly? Remember, there is a bounty in our heads. When Inikibu turned to the crowd, you will speak with me people, and we will talk about what to do. Place him at camp, then fought, and rest for starting tomorrow morning. You will speak to Union only about this matter. When Inikibu and his warriors pitched their camp just a little way up from Burst Wolf, they had a meeting. When Inikibu said, you don't know what questions to ask to see if they are low or deceivers. I'll be interrupted, that's simple, God is God, and evil is evil. My question is, how are you supposed to manage all these people? When Inikibu said, that's simple, fair enough is, each man will have his own band of men. We were warriors, now, we are in army. Obi said, ok, well, the questions should be directed to where their lowly is and we they went to join us. Where is their family? We were favored with Hayden in. And wait where his order duties. When Inikibu asked again, what must we do with us we do not pay Sarah? Varina looked at Daniel again, and they all said in agreement. Yes, he must be. And Daniel continued, or else if he would run back to tell of our location and come after us, like the cities that came after you and I'll be given. The first you talked about. When Inikibu, knowing he were telling the truth, stood up, it is so. Then he turned to Daniel, Daniel, he will need you to take good notice as the interview each and every one. Daniel looked at when Inikibu, smelled, it is so. And the Varian lied. When Inikibu smelled, it is. When Inikibu turned to Elijah and Jonathan, you need you to gather, manage, and maintain equipment and supplies. Joy, we must implement a security system to keep watch over us at all times. Jaman will be able to be told of anything if he can't be reached. Scratching his head, looks like we will do her for a while, everyone must fast, and we must take the tours worth for us people to understand Sabbath. All must return their gifts and be enlightened before we leave here. After hours of discussing the situation, they finally called it a night. When Inikibu walked up into the heavens, let your will be done. Feeling uneasy, Obi walked around the crowd for a bit and then walked up to the specific where Yebinin had arrived. Calling Jonathan, you need your help. Jonathan ran the shit before they walked in. They started reading trial logs and offer information they could find Yebinin said, help him up here. Jonathan looked at Obi, motherfucker, why do you look like a crane? Never cost trying to get your big ass up here. Tell you what, tell him would you want any help up here. Cassie you didn't last year damn man. He passes and shook his head, mocking Obi, help me up here. Obi smelled for the first time, trying not to lag. Jonathan saw his smell, go ahead and let it out, he said ugly, motherfucker. Obi smelled, ok. Helping Jonathan upon a small lid. Jonathan let out a burst, Echo and. Her take name again. Echo and. And this sadist motherfucker got business to differ. He understands most of it, but gaffers them all, works in a penalty cloth map, and he. Return to their seat, staying up all night reading and stealing the information. After everyone had eaten breakfast, they gathered the people to differ. Ob approached when in it with a very concerned face. What is it? Ob, the face is so stirred up. When in it said. Last night, this old and everyone was surprised. Me and Jonathan took a familiar way into the Ebonian spaceship and spotted the logs and data sheets and all kinds of information with a map. And we understand most of it. But Ruth locks strain. When in it locking off, Jonathan, Elijah. As they approached him, he pointed to Ob. You guys, see what else you can find out about some of this information. First of the warriors organized a crowd, and he interviewed them one by one. The first man was a tall, black, robust man about 6 feet 6 inches tall, built like a train. When in it smelled, you are a gigantic man. The man smelled, yes, I have worked in men's all my life, digging and piling up dirt, rocks, and boulders, not knowing what we're looking for in this. The searcher in that other places as well. When in it asked, what is your name? The man looked down, and there was a tear in his eye. What is wrong? Asked when in it. Nothing, I'm sorry. No one has asked me my name for a long time. They point and tell us, you do this, yeah. Do that. It's an easy gesture to be called by my name, Neril sir. When in it smelled, Neril sir, where is your family? And who is it you want to follow me instead of returning to your family? Neril sir smiled back, me and your family has been hosted by Fabian since he was young because your size, having a weight knowing where they are or if they are alive, and they probably won't recognize them if they were standing in front of him. It's been so long. May I ask you a question, sir? Neril sir asked. When Inikva said, please, my name is Inikva, and sir. Neril sir said, Inikva, sir, did you really mean it? When he said, we can call all Thebanans. Inikva said with a smile, yes, you can, with the help of Sabath. Neril sir said. Please, sir, I want to join your force and destroy them, for what they did to my family and them. When Inikva his off the man, and Sabath showed him his heart, which was God. It was now and Arbamston before when Inikva grew rude and hungry. Grace and Mercy had already prepared something for him and they had to show how. Essie and Daniel walked past Ob's tent. He heard them and talking. Knocking at entrance, he asked, have you come up with an idea about us in first box and mats? Jonathan and Alicia started talking at once. Then Jonathan pointed to Alicia. This year plan to the genetic manipulation. We're talking about food, plants, animal, and even humans. Jonathan said, sit down for a few minutes. This is very important. Genetic engineering is when phenomenally ignored to an organism. The goal is to address subject and more nutrients not only found in the organism. They have been doing this for centuries, but this is a new improvement in cystic mouth. The drugs were sold. I said to so, anyways, alcohol, everything has been tainted with this stuff. If we are reading this right, they are trying to turn all humans into them. Or some kind of monster. All humans, even the competents, are their primary subjects. When Inikva was amazed it confessed this stuff saying, continue to work in this, have interview must man and have prostitutes, but right now, we are hungry. A man walked into the tent. Ever heard you speaking and wanted to speak to you about something. When Inikva held off his hand, saying, have a seat, please. Issa sat back down. There was something about this man, but I can't put his finger on it. Your name, asked. My name is Young. Saying the man had just walked into some instant without a king. When Inikva said, so, Young, tell me about yourself. What did you do for Fabanians? When Inikva said, as you can see, I'm not as big as most, but I have always been good with numbers and remembering things. So, it was an offense what again bag, as they called it label and accurate within, but to my knowledge, you have no idea what they are looking for. The only thing we have ever found were quartz crystals, tin, and rare minions silicate mineral, called tetralite, and test about it. When Inikva asked, where are you son of us? You have not lead tell me so far, but you appear to be very nervous compared to the rest. Young said, I'm just scared. When Inikva replied, of what? Young, checking, yeah, telling me. When Inikva said, so far, they have no reason to call you. Young, nervously asks, we do have woman fitting and reading with you. One are only used for prostitution these days. When Iniku had figured it out, and had called Grace. When she arrived, he asked Grace, are you a prostitute? She had a funny look in her face, no? When Iniku pointed to Young. This is Young, had thinks fit woman these days are only go for prostitutes, is that right? Grace said, no, we will do you that way. When Iniku Bisolin yes it was, he says, take her to your tent and see if you can find some clothes for this poor Joe. Hold on, wait a minute. When Iniku walked outside and spoke to first of the people wanted to be interviewed, may have your attention. If you were born a woman and have been portrayed yourself as a man, please, come forward now. He waited for a while, no one came forward, you will not be harmed, because of the fact you are a woman. 3 more women come, and the rest. Of them and had a look of shock written all over their faces. Then a prostitute tried to come forward. Young lady, not you, we see you are a woman, in talking about being a woman, and hitting as a man. Pointing at Young, what are your real names? Young said, Young is a sex name, my name is Young. The rest reply disappointed to them. They have me down as Jamshed, but my name is Amharic, said a woman. They have me Sultan, but I'm Allah, said another, and the last woman said, Imknanasuk, but Immika. When Iniku said to him, you must return for your interview, but he just wanted you to be you. As the woman were walking away, a young man approached, but a man in the crowd forbid him. This man is gay. What should we do to him? When Iniku said, nobody's yiddish, they don't know what to do but see if his heart is true, everything else is to Sabbath. When Iniku looked at the man, are you not happy with who you are, and that's why you want to be someone else? For if you thought you were a woman, you would come forward earlier, wouldn't ask for the woman to come forward with this man. The man looked down and said nothing. When Iniku looked at Jonathan stood up, it would had something smart to say, but he must have at first days. Are past man, but as this box says. Jonathan held a picture. He without seeing cast the first stone. Jem was stuck, and when Iniku was proud of Jonathan as it went to the crowd again, may have your attention. I'm not a judge, nor do we want to be on, say about the judge here. All sin is sin and never is greater, than tougher. A look at the heart to see if it's good or evil. Sabbath loves and cares for every one of us, and he wants to separate few from others. If you're gay, trans, bi, or whatever, I'm not looking at that, just your heart. I love me life according to my experiences in life, and my relationship with Sabbath is a close and personal one. You can't live my life, and never can live yours. Your relationship with Sabbath is your own, how dare you dictate your relationship with Sabbath, according to me. If you are evil and proud of being that way, just come forward and get into shape, for you already tried, and no need to see you, for there is no hope for you, you are who you are, selfish and greedy. A man came forward with his head held down while the rest walked up with pride. You, why do you come forward with your head held down? Look at the rest, they are proud of what they are. There's a difference between being evil and feeling guilty for your actions. Come, let's talk. The man walked toward when Iniku, and he touched him. As if I'd you were ashamed of what you have done, you're not evil, go and have a seat with others over here. Exhausted, when Iniku looks at the Timothy fluorescent wall, that Inyan, as the last person he interviewed walks out of the tent. The Stenson stretches and pops his neck running to Daniel, that's the last of them, looking over the notice Daniel took with his tablets. War 63, and fed men silver enough as has 6 men to train, plus 2 leftovers. Daniel asks, what are you going to do with the extra free? When Iniku smells, they will also be trained, but when it people for details like gathering in common food and different sentence. Even for 73 people, that is a lot, but as long as we are at this like, there shall be plenty of fish, and we can hunt for a bit or something. When Iniku was tired and was talking with us so as he was yawning, Tolliver in first a meeting first thing in the morning. Daniel turned to bed when Iniku got it, but he was already asleep, so Daniel covered him and went in his way. At Aratam, when in it and his men gaffered the different review in our censorship. As well as, Venatsi and Daniel had talked about the group of people. Fento pointed out that physical prophecy every year, and 9 months before in Europe into it was Provence. Ebony and Besidist was not sure to visit the area, so no one should look for him. The crucial question was, what are they looking, or they in for? These were some unanswered questions. Were the drugs and alcohol present for a generational modifi? How can they Ebonians change human DNA? Or was it something else they were trained to do? For hours, they discussed the matters at great length before they all concluded. Just when they thought they were finished for the day, when in it said, the four was separate, one had an inventory of everything we have here. How many weapons? What kind of technology? What knows this technology? How many horses? What kind of food is? Stored here. How many can fit under shot? And we need to eliminate all these drugs and alcohol in the area. But then again, the drugs and alcohol can be pleasant to sit with them. By Hulet, Salasatam, the people were restless and nervous, not realizing what was happening, and why it took so long. When Inikdu was the last to it and as the crow slowly moved toward them. Sorry to have it taken so long, but there was much to discuss and consider. Passing for a moment, he looked down at his tablet. You will form 3 groups of people. In the first group, please stand behind Daniel. Daniel raised his hand. Second behind Grace. Grace raised her hand. And the last group, please stand behind Ob. Obi raised his hand. When Inikdu, clearing his throat. Now, if it calls your name, stand behind Daniel. Will, Akoko, Akosue, Lori, Haru. 13 women and 50 men mobbed behind Daniel, and Daniel walked a few years to my crown for the second group. When Inikdu read off the names. Fesera the people to stand behind, Grace, Darlin, Shendek, Heno, Teme, and Chimaka. A group of 2 women and 3 men who were the edicts. When Inikdu wasn't sure of the festive fair the heaven or lightly because words were heard. When Inikdu looked at the wrist and said, I'll sovereign caught here as Obi walked toward him. The remaining people will go behind Obi, and this group must leave us, and yet as if you were departing is still to promising, you will not let him know for whereabouts, and fail. Lowering his head for a second, he continued, till you will remain with us, Alders and alcohol will leave with them, if any of you will let to do with them, he will not suit you. 3 people from Brace's group, Shendek, Hanel, Tamik, moved toward Delaney and joined the crowd, leaving Darlin behind. Darlin, please join Daniel's crowd. He looked at Daniel, 61st rank, when Inikdu said as called out names as they boarded the ship. Hans, Megan, Kaneson, Azura, Odahangum. The development was 38 men and a prostitute. Mercy, Elijah, and Jim stood by with half the drinks and alcohol intended to fill as they boarded the ship. As the ship took off, when Inikdu said to the rest of the people, please understand, for I am not a man of judgment, but a servant of Sabbath. Man and woman who are about to leave your partner people, work another will and change their ways, the woman will have lived home, for he can. Discern a man's heart, and fear evil. And the last 3 were to for billion drugs, genetically engineered, for the purpose he was entertained for. A moment, but he went to nothing else. Such selfishness will hinder us from seeking Sabbath's way. I cannot let them, just let them go. Because they are dangerous to us all. For they said power and rewards from the earth and, not Sabbath, but you all will receive power from Sabbath before you leave this place. I also imagine Fediak knew him better than he, and how awful they were. He turns to Grace, Joy, Jonathan, and Elisha and sets his hair. The crowd was in how they looked at the crowd. Grace ran in place, and every second, she will touch Joy. You can't hear the people say, how can anyone run that fast? Just start letting out spurs of lightning. Elijah turned to Jonathan, putting up his 4th field. Whenever you're ready. Jonathan held up 5 fingers, slowly counting down to 1. On the count of 1, Joe had generated enough energy and set a bolt of lightning toward Elijah, reflecting the electrical current toward the spaceship, which was not 40 miles away. It could be seen in the distance as a ball of fire. The Pelplobauadon in fear. When in a Cush, sten. Inferna, for you to show what save your power of Sedvav. As said when in a said to the crowd, the last order of the day, we must be divided into groups by physical characteristics, but later, after your gifts are manifested, you will be divided by spiritual characteristics. When in a group of additional men, making surfeit and release was enough to train, and there is took 7 people under fearbouts. When in a group inserted Elisha, Jonathan, and figure to create an offer training facility at the Placedonian Silk quarters. Each person in figure would alternate operating and maintaining each facility in security around the perimeter. It up to 2 weeks to build a training facility before training start.